personality in the UK Parliament and in the Indian High Commission. He is the organizer and the main lead for events conducted on behalf of the UK and the Indian government. To give a brief intro about him, he is the initiator and the lead secretariat of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on the Indian Traditional Sciences. Amarjeet is a prominent lecturer, practitioner, and author on India's traditional sciences. As a fellow member of the Ayurveda Medical Association, Vice Chairman of the British Complementary Medical Association, and the Honorary Advisor to the Association of European Ayurveda Academy, Amarjeet has been instrumental in ensuring Ayurveda remains at the heart of the soft power alliances between UK and India. Amarjeet oversaw the launch of a new yoga center of excellence and Indian traditional medicine by His Royal Highness Prince Charles and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which is a global network for evidence-based research on yoga and Ayurveda. He is a long-time champion of Indian traditional sciences in the West. Amarjeet was honored recently to lead a very successful national campaign in the UK to serve herbal medicines by launching a million-strong petition in direct response to the EU's traditional herbal medicines. And now I welcome Amarjeet to share his knowledge of wisdom to all the participants.
Namaste. I'm really grateful to be invited here. My pranams to Srinivas Aluriji, and I'm grateful also to Hemantji for keeping in contact with me since last year when we met at the International Yoga Day 2019 outside the Houses of Parliament. So I'm delighted to be here with you, but I want to talk to you really, if I may, just thinking outside the box. So for the last sort of 10 years or so, we've been wonderfully working with our colleagues in the Houses of Parliament, both here in the UK and in the European Union. So the idea really has been to sort of bring in some legitimization to all the work that organizations such as yours and many other organizations that are conducting yoga training and yoga camps around the world. And I know that we have we don't have any such restrictions in India because India, as we know, is mother of all yoga systems, and we just don't have one yoga in India. So you have Hatha yoga, Kundalini yoga, and so many different yogas. But the problem, I think, comes in a country like in a country like United Kingdom or any of the European Union countries, because we don't have one yoga to contend with. We don't have one yoga to put across and say, well, this is what we want to seek, in terms of bringing in some standard to what we're doing here. And that also unfortunately applies to Ayurveda also, which as you know, is a sister therapy to yoga. So we set up a group about 10 years ago to challenge the British government on a European Union directive that had been made to ban all herbal traditional medicines in the European Union. And then, of course, European Union, makes directives and it leaves individual state to police that. So we took up this challenge here in the United Kingdom, and after collecting many signatures on a petition and utilizing whatever resources we had through political circles, we managed to convince the government led by David Cameron then, so which they then actually did a U-turn on this situation. So whereby now in the UK, we are able to import Ayurveda herbs, whether they're in fresh or in dry form, from abroad. So that's been quite a momentous journey, and it's in life, you want to do something that you just don't want to do it for yourself, but you want to do it for humanity. And so we are very happy to be able to achieve that. Now, since then we went on to set up a very powerful group of cross-party parliamentary MPs from both houses of parliament here in England, the Houses of Commons and Houses of Lords, to actually start looking at, at all the Ayush systems of health, which, as you know, are obviously Ayurveda and yoga and Unani medicine, and Siddha medicine, and Jyotish, as well as Vastu, as well as Sangeetam. So we have regular meetings in the Houses of Parliament here, sort of every other month, to bring about the awareness, to the parliamentary and the policy-making community, so they really understand, from an academic perspective, the prevention and the curative powers of the Indian traditional sciences. So that is what we are doing. And then we will also, for the last 3 years, we've been also engaged with the European Union Parliament in Brussels. So we have the same model that we use there. So the idea really is to bring into their consciousness the idea that every country, every agency, speak about healthcare, that, we have a wonderful healthcare system, and some other country will say they have a very good health system. No doubt everybody does. But we say to them that your system is not really altogether designed for healthcare. It's really designed for sick care. So we want to really speak to you really about what we normally say in the West, which is prevention is better than cure. And with time has now really come, to really try and put that prevention into the system. And so, all esteemed personalities who are on the screen here will be delighted to know that, there are some now yoga trials going on in the NHS in certain hospitals. And we're looking at the same situation to try and develop that with Ayurveda medications also. And so it's quite a long journey, and it's slow. Nothing happens very fast. But that, for me is the most important thing, is to bring about really, the cohesiveness, and to understand that the work that your organization is doing, and that many other organizations are doing. So amongst our family here today, we can look at postures, and we can look at our breathing techniques, and we can look at our intake of nutrition and diet, and so many other associated things. But that's, even though that there are people like me who've been outside India for 4 generations, we still are very much traditional Indian, even though we have sort of a different status to live abroad. But we really need to work, with our friends in the medical society and the allopathic community, to forge ahead and to sort of bring about some sort of legitimization to the work that we're doing. Because if we don't do that, then it's going to be a bit of a difficult journey, because already, all this work is not recognized. It doesn't have it's not on statute books. India is different, and but anything outside India is rather a little difficult. So I'm seeking the support of Shri Nivasji and all his colleagues, to join us, and from time to time be our guests, and do please come to the Parliament here in the UK when we have our events, and do please come and support us. And it would be really privileged to have an academic speaker from the organization to address the preventative aspects of yoga and meditation, that's practiced in this organization here. And so that really, having said that, I think I'm more or less just really covered everything. And I'm really grateful to Hemantji for giving me this opportunity to just come and share my humble views. So thank you, and I wish you a wonderful day. And we also have our flagship event this afternoon, starting at 12 to 5. So those of you who would like to see some parliamentarians in action and other stakeholders, you're more than welcome to join us in our webinar. So Hemantji, thank you so much again. Namaste.
And thanks, Amarjeet. I'll get it circulated. And special thanks to Amarjeet because he just got involved at a very short notice and for a wonderful session. And he has helped us in dwelling into the hitherto of anonymous developments in the field of Indian traditional sciences. And thank you, sir. And over to Mahalakshmi, who's going.
Thank you so much, Amarjeet ji. It is very good to hear that you are helping also through the NHS and joined with the collaborations with health organizations as well, because that is the need of the hour now. Because all of us are thinking about medications, we have to go into this holistic health approach. We have recently started the holistic health movement here in UK and started making special concentration for yoga designed for specific ailments. So they come out of without medications. They come out of any health problems, maintain the health of the healthy person, like you are saying in Ayurveda, and also those who are suffering from health issues to come back and get better normally in a natural way. Yeah, it would be great if you can support us throughout this journey. We can all work together and we can go ahead like you're always supporting us. Thank you so much, Amarjeet ji.
And, uh, and one more point I would like to make here. Thank you, Amarjeet ji, for giving this information to us. It is really heartening to know about it. And recently, we are facing, this COVID-19 and pandemic and all that. We have been helping over 100 people to practice yoga every day. And some of the participants who got infected, they got recovered within 1 week or so. And we also surveyed many of the other yoga practitioners who didn't have any infection in lungs. And we also surveyed the people who were not practicing yoga, were suffering for longer time. So there is definitely, not just this pandemic, there is a cure for many other things. So we would like to know if we can work with you in any way and collaborate with you. And we have started this holistic health movement under the guidance of Manavata founder Srinivas ji. And in case if we want to stay involved, we are more than happy to do that. Thank you very much.
Namaskar, Amarjeet ji. It's wonderful to have you here. Last year we celebrated together at Parliament with your initiative, and you have integrated many people, including the Dr. Nagendra ji. All of us we celebrated. But again, today, today it is a different celebration. But we all connected. Yeah, it's a real yoga. It's not, we are not just bodies. Yeah. We all connected, and this morning Dr. Nagendra's message also went on well, and you have given the message, and it's great to see your initiatives, especially in UK, to bring the holistic healthcare. And especially this is not only one place, but the overall healthcare system in world has to be changed. In fact, that's what in last few days, 2 months, we have been supporting the state police to 2 states, around 160,000 police and their families, just an online support, like holistic healthcare or phone, the medical support. So through that healthcare, we could actually cure wonderful, with the wonderful doctors, holistic care doctors volunteered with us, and it's proved that without hospital, we can surely make our traditional Indian system, Ayurveda and yoga, can bring the complete health. So that's what actually again proved, because earlier people used to have an option, but last lockdown period, no option to go to the hospital. So that time the people have contacted through our helpline. This is our helpline, and the people have contacted us through the helpline, and the free consultation and holistic healthcare provided. and it's wonderfully even the few problems with the life-threatening problems also cured with this system. And again, we have proved that yes, we can. The Indian traditional system is the answer for the world to get back from the world health problems, and real health care is there. So your work and hard work and commitment to bring in that change in UK, it's commendable. And thank you very much for taking such initiative. Let us work together. We are with you. Let us do a teamwork. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thanks, Sriniji. And now I think we can share some of the user experiences, and I think we'll call upon Mahalakshmi ji who has compiled a lot of user experiences, and she's going to put forward a few. Over to you, Mahalakshmi.
And the other thing, important thing is we have to train the resources. That's main important. Actually, we are shortage of actually healthcare knowledge. So we have been taking the training sessions. I think it is good to inspire and motivate people towards taking these courses, online courses we have been conducting, and probably you can help in getting people to train more people to train in UK.
We will announce about that shortly, Srin. Yeah.
Srinivas, I can also just add to what I was saying. You know, the union government has a tremendous amount of funds, that it to the Ministry of Ayush, the ministries that we have, and those funds are also needed, for the propagation of all Ayush systems outside India. So it would be really wonderful, to remind our Prime Minister Modi ji, excellent work that he's doing in the promotion of Ayush systems in India and worldwide, but also his ministry that is responsible for this. Because if we have no money, then why would a British government, why would a foreign government work with a person of an Indian origin like I am, or indeed work, with an indigenous group of people, just because they happen to believe that, Ayurveda is good program or yoga is a good program, because they are doing fine. The establishment is doing fine here. They're selling their pills. They're making they made $55 billion profit last year. So, the onus is also on us, because if there are people like me who are of Indian origin and, are committed, and we are wedded to our motherland, even that I've been out of India for 4 generations, there has to be more practical talk. There has to be more practical involvement, practical engagement. And in order for us to do things that we need to do, we need this resource of money, and government of India has resource. It is actually allocating funds for propagation of traditional medicines outside India. You can have somebody like me who and many other people like me who can do this. That we are passion driven. We are not on any payroll. We're not on any payroll from any yoga organization or the government of India or the government of UK. This is just a purely passion based, enthusiasm. And we can say, okay, it's okay. I'm doing this for my motherland. I'm doing this for something that I believe. But it comes to a stage when you need to involve organizations and people, and then how do we find funding?
I think that's what actually needs to be passion for every doctor. And once the health becomes a service rather than the corporate the business style, definitely it is going to be a holistic. But the motive behind actually pharmacies and the current system is money driven. as you rightly said, yes, we are not really bothered about payroll or money, and we are just wanted to do as a service for the motherland. It's great. Yeah, it's a great motive, and I wish you all the best for your efforts. And I'm sure definitely you will get a wonderful support to make this system change. Let's pray for the good change. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.
We are with you, sir. We are with you.
All with you. Yeah.